Hello everyone, welcome to Fat Middle Wargaming. We're here today, we're going to do a battle report. It's going to be my Sons of Behemat army against Josh's Ossiarch Lords, Ossiarch Bonereapers. And we're going to be playing focal points. So what we'll do is we'll get down to the table, we'll go through the armies, and then we'll go through the battle plan and roll off. Alright? Okay, so this is my Sons of Behemat army. So we have a War Stomper General, we're running Stomper Tribe. We've got a Gatebreaker and a Kraken Eater, and then a single unit of 3 Man Crushers. The War Stomper as a general has got the Armo Cestus, which means he gets a rerollable save, and then he 6 as he rolls on the reroll, bouncing mortal win back. And he's got the Dead Shouty command trait, which means he gets D3 extra command points at the start of the game. And we'll go over to Josh's Ossiarch Bonereaper list.
Cool, so this is my Bonereapers army. The lead Cavalos is the general. So I'm in Ossiarch Lords, so he has the command trait, which means at the start of my combat phase, I can pick an enemy hero within 3. I get +1 to hit, but I subtract 1 from my save. And also he has the artifact, so he does D3 extra dice when he charges on his unstoppable charge ability. Then I've got Arcan. So obviously he's in Bonereapers, so he knows all the spells from the lore. I've then got a Soul Mason, who knows Arcane Command. The Bone Type Shrieker as my ender spell. For battle line, I've got a block of 5 knights on the side, a block of 10 knights, and 10 Mortek Guard. I've got a Catapult for some long range threat, hopefully, and then a unit of Necropolis Stalkers and a Mortis Guard. And then I am Ossiarch Lords, so I'll be running a charge in, and I've got some retreat and charge for a command point.
Cool, so that's the both the armies, and what we'll do is we'll get it all set up, and then go through roll off and see where we go from there. Josh has already put his Bone Type Nexus down there as well. Alright. Right, so we are all set up. Josh deployed kind of Mortek, the Mortis Guard, which is going to come right in my face probably. The Knights, the other Knights are screening, and then you got the Arcan and Catapult hiding at the back. I've got the D-Strike, so that's just going to shoot me turn after turn after turn until I can get to it. You started with 4
discipline points.
4 discipline points. And my army is essentially just set up on the line. Kraken Eater is going to kick a football forward, and we're going to run forward and jump on the objectives and hope we don't die before we get enough points to win the game. I deployed first, so I think I'm going to let Josh come towards me because I don't think he's going to reach me turn 1.
I might do.
He might do, rather than charging. I'd like to get the double, so I'd like to play for the double to stop his healing. So I think that's one way of winning the game. Although if I take the turn, I could jump on 3 out of the 4 objectives, and then he'd have to come and fight me off of them. I think we're going to let him take the turn, rightly or wrongly, because a bit unfair. This battle plan, we just realised that monsters count as extra victory points. So all my army is counted as double. Okay, yeah, +1 to the victory points. So I'll let him take the turn, and we'll come back after his hero phase, and go from there. All right, so pretty busy hero phase. Arcan extended his spell range for a discipline point and cast Curse of Years on a 14 and did a massive 0 mortal wounds to the Man Crushers. He then tried to cast Mortal Contract, failed. He did manage to cast Drain Vitality, again on the Man Crushers, which means they're re-rolling 6s to hit and save, which is not great considering their save is a 5 up. The Soul Mason cast the spell to get D3 extra relentless discipline points, and he got 1 extra. And then he cast a Streaker on a 10, which is +1 hit against my units that are within 10 inches of that. 12 inches of that. And then the Stalkers
Spent a discipline point.
Yeah, for reroll,
runs,
charges, and can fly over terrain. That's right, yeah. Or move up passive returns if they can fly. And then at the end of the hero phase again, the Soul Mason gets to cast Soul Guide as many times as he can. You rolled a 6 on that, and then rolled D3 extra times. I rolled 1. So you put Soul Guide on the Stalkers, so they're re-rolling 1s to hit as well. So it's the end of the hero phase. So he's going to go into movement now, and I think I might have made a mistake letting him go first, but we'll see.
So in my movement phase, I basically just tried to zone a lot. So I did throw the Stalkers and the Cavalos straight at the Man Crushers, hoping for an early charge. The Mortec and the 5 Knights, I've tried to zone and screen off my area a little bit. Archans moved into the middle of this objective to get me an extra point. The 10 Knights in the middle are just sort of facing down, waiting for something to open up. And then the Catapult has just stayed where it is.
Cool. So we're on to shooting phase?
Yep.
So the only thing you've got is
the Catapult.
Catapult. So do you want to roll that at whatever you're shooting? It's been a while since you played Bonereapers.
Yeah. So we're going to shoot at the Man Crushers. So 2s and 3s, 1 at no rend.
So I got 5 up save, but I'm rerolling 6s.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Okay.
Bossed it. Yeah, not a worry in the world. So we're going to go into charge phase now. What are you charging?
Cool. So I'm going to charge the Stalkers first.
Yep.
Don't know if that gets them in or not.
I think you're in.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to re-roll it.
Have to reroll it.
So because I spent the discipline point, I get to reroll charges. Cool, we're in with that.
I saw that too again then. Something like that.
Yeah, will work. Then charging the Cavalos. So he doesn't get a reroll. But a 6 should hopefully get him around here. Yeah, plenty of room. Just like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we will go on to rolling out the combats, and we'll come back to probably a Man Crusher sized hole, I reckon. It didn't go quite as badly as I thought it would. 2 Gargants have gone. They didn't do a lot. Did like 3 wounds to the Cavalos.
Yeah. And
then 3 wounds to the Stalkers. But the 2 dying, falling over, managed to kill the Cavalos and ping off the Stalker and put some wounds on another one. So the joys of Gargants dying and killing your enemy is brilliant. Battleshock phase, obviously Ossiarch don't take it. I'm going to spend one of my command points to make sure he stays there. He's probably 7. I could risk it, but I think I need him there. It means Josh ain't going to get that point this turn either. So at the end of the turn, Josh is getting 2 for the one with Archon on it, 2 for the centre, and 1 for that one. So we're on 5 for Ossiarch going into Sons of Behemat turn 1. Hero phase in Sons of Behemat isn't really going to do very much, other than the Kraken Eater is going to kick this objective, so I'll do that now. So it is going 5 inches. So we'll move that and then we'll come back after movement phase. Right, so end of the movement phase. We've kicked the objective up a bit closer. Kraken Eating Gatebreaker going straight in, going towards Arcan. We've retreated the Man Crusher out, just so he holds his point, because I think staying in combat with the Stalkers, he was probably going to die. So the War Stompers come over this way, and he's going to try and hopefully ping one off on the charge, and maybe kill the other one, we'll see. So we're going to go into shooting now. So I've got the Gatebreaker and the Kraken Eater. So we're going to see what we can do, ping off some models, and then we'll come back and do the charge phase. So end of the charge phase. Gatebreaker has got right in here, about 2.5 inches away from Arcan. Screen wasn't quite good enough, so hopefully we can do some damage to Arcan. The Kraken Eater is pulled in on the side as well. Kraken Eater did 1 mortal wound on the charge. Gatebreaker rolled 6, but you only took 4 mortal wounds. And then over here, the War Stomper went in, did 4 mortal wounds. Obviously no deathless save over here, so we've only got 1 Stalker left on 2 wounds. So we're going to roll out combat. I think I'm going to go with my Gatebreaker first, see if I can knock some wounds off of Arcan. I know he can pass him off to his Immortus Guard there, which is a bit annoying. And and then see what we can do and go from there. We'll come back afterwards. Alright, so the end of the combat phase didn't really go really well for me, if I'm being honest. War Stomper, yeah, came in here, killed that dude. Gatebreaker, say, managed to get into Arcan with his 3-inch range. 10 attacks on his Fort Closer fail. 1. So 3 damage on Arcan, which I think you passed 2 of them off, 1 of them off.
Passed them all off.
I passed them all off to the Immortus Guard, so Arcan's, yeah, pretty much unwounded. Gatebreaker in return from the Immortus Guard, Arcan and the Knights took 18. Kraken Eater, yeah, again, killed 1 Knight on the big block. We got 3 Knights missing on the small block, but crucially, they're 2 wounded Knights who can't bring anything back if he gets the turn. He's just healing what's there. So points-wise, I've ended up with 9 points because of the Behemoths counting as extra and controlling the 2 opposites and the centre. So we're going into a roll-off now. I'm not going to lie, I think it's quite important. I think if I get it, it could be good times. If I don't, it might not be. So Josh gets a 2, and I get a 5. So I think I'm going to take that. Hero phase, there is no hero phase because I'm not near an objective and there's nothing to do. So we'll do some movement. Again, not that there's going to be much. You got to be within 3.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we'll come back after movement and see how things are going. Okay, so we've moved straight on to hero phase, shooting phase, and we've done the charge phase as well because there wasn't really much happening. All that happened was the Stomper moved up and he's then made a charge straight into there. The Gatebreaker threw his big rock at Arcan, hit, wounded, 4 damage. I think he passed 1 of them off, yeah. But it's pinged off one of the Immortus Guard. And the Kraken Eater didn't do anything because he can't throw stuff even though he's in combat with stuff, which is great. He's pretty rubbish. So we're going to go into combat now. I've just got to do my 2-up d6 mortal wounds charge on the War Stomper. So onto the Mortis Guard. 1. Doesn't do any mortal wounds. Brilliant. So we're going to go into combat and then we'll come back at the end of combat and hopefully I can kill some more stuff this turn. So end of the combat phase, everything looks a little bit emptier now. Gatebreaker did actually do some this time. Killed Arcan. He passed a load of wounds off to the Immortus Guard. They took a load of them for him, but it wasn't enough. No. The Kraken Eater, 3 Knights, 4 Knights?
3 Knights.
3 Knights. And the War Stomper, 7 Mortec Guard. Did pick one up and squish one. I was hoping to throw him at the Soul Mason, but that didn't work. So that's the end of the combat phase. Obviously, Josh got no battle shot because Ossiarch shouldn't take it. So going into Ossiarch's turn 2, I've got another 9 points on the table. I think it's going to be hard to come back from that double turn, not going to lie. But we'll see what he can do. So end of the hero phase. Soul Mason cast his spell, so the catapult's re-rolling 1s to hit. He got a mortal wound from the Nexus onto the Kraken Eater, and another mortal wound from an Arcane Bolt. Because he's done the math, and if the catapult hits and wounds with everything, then he can take one of them down. So we're going to go into movement, and then we'll come back for the shooting phase. So end of the movement phase. These 2 Knights have retreated out and going to nick my objective. These 5 again have retreated out because they got a retreating charge anyway, so they're going to come back in, do some impact hits hopefully. The Mortec Guard have retreated away from the War Stomper as well. And the Soul Mason has moved him up, so he's in range to give that Relentless Discipline point for the retreating charge. So we're just about to get the catapult to roll. So we are shooting at the Kraken Eater?
No, onto the
Gatebreaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2s are rolling 1s. 3s. Cool. So 3 at no rend.
3 at no rend. We save 1.
10 damage.
10 damage. So it takes him up to 30 damage. So he's still alive. So we're going into charge phase now?
Yeah, so I'll spend a discipline point. We'll try and charge the Knights.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Can't reroll that because Ossiarch don't have access to normal command abilities. Is that right?
Yeah.
Frantic book scrabbling to try and find some way to reroll a charge.
Cool. So that's fine. The banner gives them +1 to run and charge. It's all good. So we'll spend a discipline point for them as well to do their impact hits.
You got to re-roll it first.
No, +1 to run.
Oh, +1. Oh, okay. All right. I'll let you off.
So one of them won't be into doing impact hits. That's still 4. So 5 ups. 2 more wounds.
Cool. Let's just move the Kraken Eater up to 23. So we'll do roll out the combats and see what Josh can do. So end of the turn. 3 knights or Death Riders are left, and we're on 29 wounds on the Kraken Eater, so he didn't do quite enough. So we're going to go into roll off because there's no battle shock. So you can roll. I got a 2. Josh gets a 3, so does get the double turn back.
I will take that.
We'll see what he can do. He was hoping if he got the double, if he could have killed the Kraken Eater, and then might have been able to do something with a catapult. But we'll see what he can come up with now. So end of the hero phase. The Soul Mason failed to cast his first spell. The reroll hits. Then he managed to cast Arcane Command, give Josh an extra couple of discipline points, and at the end of the turn he gets to roll the dice. He managed to cast Soul Guide again. So the catapult is re-rolled in 1s. My Gatebreaker has got 5 wounds left. My Kraken Eater has got 6 wounds left. My Warstomper's got 34 wounds left. So I think we know where he's going to shoot at. So we'll come back after movement, and if there is going to be any, and go from there. So end of the movement, Knights retreated out again, so going to charge in again. These Knights moved up because they're probably going to charge again. These sneaking out Mortex, I don't know what they're doing. They're just sneaking around, coming to nick my objectives off me. So I might have to go and stuff one of them in my pants in a minute. We're just going into the shooting phase. So Josh is going to roll the catapult. What are you shooting at, Josh?
So I'm going to go 1 shot into the Gatebreaker and 2 shots into the Kraken Eater.
Split never works.
So 2s, 3, no, 2s, 3s, 1 at no rend.
Takes it.
5 damage.
5 damage. Now we do realise that Josh couldn't do his impact hits last turn because he didn't have a Hecatos. But that does mean it puts me up to 32 damage taken on the Kraken Eater. And we're going into charge phase. What's charging where, Josh?
So I might need a minute to think.
We'll come back in a sec. So end of the charge phase. You got the 2 Death Riders went in, did a mortal wound. So the Kraken Eater is now on 33 taken. Even the little Soul Mason dude's gone in. We're all in. And the 3 other Death Riders went into the Gatebreaker. So who's taking 30 wounds. So there's a good chance whichever unit goes first, he's going to kill a Mega Gargant. But there's a even really better chance that whichever unit doesn't go first is probably going to die. So we'll see where Josh is going to go. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go with the 3 down here.
So we're going into the Gatebreaker first. We'll roll it out.
So we're 2s. So I get 2 back because of the 6s. And 4s.
That's not very good, Josh.
No. 4 at -1.
Take 1.
2.
Oh, -1. Sorry, yeah. Take 2. Sorry, yeah.
3s. 3s. 2 at no end.
Saves them both. So we're going to go with the Kraken Eater now. We'll roll it off and we'll come back in a second. So, Kraken Eater is down. Soul Mason did the Kraken Eater. And then Josh won the roll off, which meant I couldn't crush anything. Gatebreaker's gone back in, killed the 3 knights. But now Josh with his tricky little plan. What's the plan, Josh?
So because they charged and used their discipline point, they get a 6-inch pile-in. The plan is that we pile in down here and hopefully finish off the Gatebreaker.
Can you not get on the objective? Not quite enough to get on the objective?
Not quite enough to get on the objective.
Oh, it's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll roll it.
So 2s, 4s. So 3 at -1.
That's 3 damage. He's dead.
Cool.
So we need to roll off to see where he falls.
Yep.
Oh, I get a 3. So he's going to fall on the death in between the Death Rider and the Soul Mason. He's just going to crush them both. And I think if I roll well on these, so we'll do the Death Rider first.
Yep.
So it takes 3 more wounds.
Takes 2. I've already taken 1, so he's dead.
So he's dead. Awesome. And the Soul Mason takes 3 more wounds.
Takes 3. Pretty sure that's him dead.
So the Gatebreaker is gone.
Yeah, that's him dead.
So the Soul Mason's dead. So going into my turn 3, all Josh has left are these 3 little Mortek Guard down the bottom. So I don't think. Oh, we still got a catapult. Do you want to call it there, or have you got some sneaky plan?
I don't think I can catch up with points, but I might.
You think the catapult might do the War Stomper? He's only
Maybe.
taken 1 wound so far,
Maybe.
without him coming in and doing it.
Well, it's only D6 charge, is my thinking.
Okay. Right, okay. So, Sons of Behemat way up on points.
Yeah,
There's no way we can be caught. Because this turn, Josh is only going to get 2 points.
Yes.
Which is the ones he held. So, the ones he held with the Death Riders, and the one I haven't managed to take from him yet. So, it's like 19 plays 9, I think it is at the moment. Even if I don't move, I'm guaranteed. Lots because of the Behemoth row as well. So we'll come in, we'll do some moving. I'll see if I can stuff these little sneaky Mortex in my pants, and we'll see if we can do the catapult with the War Stomper. So we'll come back after moving and charging. So after the charge phase, Man Crusher went in and just stomped the Mortek Guard on his charge. 3 more wounds. So they're gone. War Stomper rolled a 6. So there was only 1d6 charge. He managed to make the charge. So he's in. Didn't do his mortal wounds on the charge. But we have a combat phase to go. So all that would happen is he'd pile in around the side, cap that objective as well. And I think game is well and truly Sons of Behemat.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Josh?
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the alpha. Is my only thoughts, really? I don't know.
But if you hadn't got doubled, I think it could have been a bit different.
The double was massive.
It always seems to be the way with the Suns. If you get doubled,
it's how every game's gone, isn't it?
Because you can't take them down quick enough in that case, and they just jump the points. So especially on this battle plan, with them counting as like double points, it was always going to be a hard one to come back on anyway. But I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll call it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.